Week Pro Wrestling Show. We talk about everything's going on in WWE Raw Ring Report. We found out there was going to be a huge women's battle royal honoring a women's champion, long-time women's champion, and WWE Hall of Famer. But eventually those plans have got derailed. We'll talk about that. Plus Impact Ring Report, where things are being revealed in returns. This is Pro Wrestling Show. Hello everyone, this is Kendra Dix for the Pro Wrestling Show for this week. Thank you all for joining us. Glad you're here. Let's get to the Raw Ring Report. On Monday Night Raw this week kicked off with Roman Reigns, the #1 contender for the Universal Championship, as he wanted to address Brock Lesnar where his whereabouts was until Kurt Angle, the general manager of the show, came and laid down the law saying that Brock Lesnar was not here tonight. That got Roman Reigns frustrated, upset, and wanted to take out his frustrations. Roman said, "You know what, Kurt? I can't go through you because you're the middleman. I got to go through the big dog." Not the big dog Roman Reigns himself, but the big dog, the head honcho of the WWE, Mr. McMahon. Roman Reigns did something unique and unprecedented. Roman Reigns went through the back, through the gorilla position, and found Mr. McMahon sitting down controlling the show. Reigns addressed Mr. McMahon and told Mr. McMahon he wanted to speak to him. Mr. McMahon obliged. Mr. McMahon, Roman Reigns had to talk in his office, and Mr. McMahon decided that Roman Reigns was going to get suspended until his main event WrestleMania, and he guaranteed that Brock Lesnar was going to show up next week on Raw to address the situation. Now they're playing the storyline where Brock Lesnar is not showing up because he has a UFC deal. He doesn't care about WWE, and he is a WWE title holder as Universal Champion. So things with that is going to get a little murky. So we'll keep an eye on this Universal Championship match where Roman's suspended and Brock's scheduled to return this week on Raw. Well, WWE announced this week that they was going to introduce the fabulous Moolah and honor her for her contributions in women's wrestling, being the long-term champion for nearly 30 years. And they was going to honor her for a battle royal. And a lot of women from NXT, Raw, and SmackDown are eligible to compete in the battle royal. But we just found out instantly a few minutes ago that the fabulous Moolah battle royal has been dropped from WWE due to fans' outcry of fabulous Moolah's past about things that we can't even talk about here, that we're going to keep it PG friendly. Moolah, a legend, but WWE wanted to honor her in that such way. Now they have to switch and change plans as they go by this basis. So it's going to be renamed the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal for the first time ever, honoring all women's in WWE. So, man, I get Moolah had all this going on, but now the fabulous Moolah is, you know, incredible legacy, but tarnished. The hell of history got tarnished by that. Because Snickers, fans did with Snickers, told Snickers had to tell WWE since they were sponsors. So now, what can you do? Legacy like that. Alright. The #1 contenders for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, who will be vying for Miz's title, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. And Finn Balor won through an instant with a good, competitive, decent match. Both men showing physical prowess, getting the crowd into the match. And now they was both, I guess, on Miz TV as well. Miz trying to psych him out and play mind games with him. So we'll see how this going to pan out at WrestleMania. My belief is that I think my money's on Seth Rollins, so he can be the next Grand Slam champion. Don't be surprised on that, because when you look at it from a vantage point, everyone in the Shield, including Roman and Dean, are on the Grand Slam champions, and Seth is that last remaining member who has not became a Grand Slam champion. So watch out for Seth Rollins winning the IC title at Mania. Well, John Cena thought he was going to have his road to WrestleMania clearing path with the Raw Elimination Chamber match, trying to win that to go to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar. He also jumped over to SmackDown in an instant to challenge AJ Styles in a six-pack challenge, and he couldn't get the job there. So John Cena ran out of all options to go to WrestleMania, except one option. Cena called out and challenged the living legend, The Undertaker, to a match at WrestleMania. Now, as you may recall, Undertaker has not been in a WrestleMania match since last year, after many people had speculated that Undertaker had his so-called retirement match against Roman Reigns and put his gear in the middle of the ring. So, will The Undertaker come out from the dead and accept the challenge? We have to wait and see and find out. Now, I would have said one thing, it was a good story, but what they should have did was John Cena should have did that, and then the lights would have, flicked her, dark, more ominous. Lights would have came on and off, giving folks an indication. Come on, WWE, you gotta think sometime. All right, man. The Bar said they want competition. Eventually, they may have got it. We just found out that Braun Strowman has won a tag team battle royal between all the tag teams, and earned himself a tag team championship match at WrestleMania against the Bar. Now, we don't know, is it going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match for the world tag team titles, or is it just going to be Braun Strowman and a partner? So we don't know, but Braun Strowman looked big enough to be 3 men or 4. So Braun Strowman can probably handle both guys. Sheamus and Cesaro better watch out. All right, that is the Raw Ring Report for this week, man. And we'll get to run around lay on hot topics on which her whereabouts was. Let's move over to the SmackDown report. On the SmackDown report, WWE Champion AJ Styles and his #1 contender Shinsuke Nakamura had their little face-to-face going into WrestleMania, as we found out clear path that AJ will be defending his goal against Nakamura for the championship at WrestleMania. Now, many people may not know that Nakamura and AJ Styles have fought before, but it was at Wrestle Kingdom. I think 3 or 2, one of them 2, but Wrestle Kingdom, before both men landed in WWE. Now everyone gets the dream match from Wrestle Kingdom into WrestleMania. Mega match. The Japanese in the Tokyo Dome, solid match. The people in the Silver Dome in New Orleans will see the match as well. They're gonna put in an instant classic. I guarantee you that's gonna be the match of the night. Until Rusev interrupts and says Rusev Day or something like that, and he went one-on-one against the WWE champion. Good competitive matchup, but it ended in a no contest with Aiden English. He the save for his tag team partner Rusev. Till Nakamura came out there and helped make the save. So imagine you're gonna see these two team up against Rusev and English down the road in the near future. Defend them out. Now, speaking of tag teams, the New Day's Big E and Jimmy Uso, the Usos, joined forces to take on the Bludgeon Brothers, and that ended in a no contest after what the Bludgeon Brothers did this past week for Fastlane. Now, many folks saying that the Bludgeon Brothers destroyed Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods put him through a steel steps, destroyed Jimmy, Jay, and just destroyed every tag team in sight for that instant match. So the Bludgeon Brothers are sending a message that they want to be tag team champions, or they just want to destroy all the tag teams in sight. So tell us what you think about that. Plus, Charlotte Flair came out and addressed her challenger for WrestleMania, Asuka. Now, Asuka has this special rule that she's still a member of the Raw roster, but if she wins the SmackDown title, she automatically becomes a member of the SmackDown roster because of the title. Now, we'll see how Asuka and Charlotte do. I think that's also going to be a good match too. Those styles, and they're trying to build a card as they go. So, all right. And Charlotte left with this saying, iron sharpens iron. So, well, who's going to be the toughest? Who's going to be the dominant? And who's going to be the most brilliant leaving WrestleMania as SmackDown Women's Champion? Speaking of championships, Jinder Mahal wants looking for gold himself as he took on former U.S. champion Bobby Roode in a decent, good match with Randy Orton at ringside as the new United States champion. Orton pulled no bones that he'll defend his goal against anyone. He'll defend against both of them, give Bobby Roode his rematch, and give Jinder a shot at the title. Well, Randy Orton came out of nowhere after Jinder won his match and sneak attack and RKO'd Jinder Mahal and had both men laying to the floor. Alright. Carmella went against Naomi one-on-one. Carmella picks up the win. Now you got to wonder, will Carmella use a briefcase amongst Asuka and Charlotte? So that's going to be a match that you have to wonder and see, like, will Asuka or Charlotte be cashed in? So, hey, we just seeing what we see and stuff like that. But hey, and finally, Shane McMahon comes out and makes a big, huge announcement. Shane McMahon made the announcement of WrestleMania, saying that it was going to be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens one-on-one at WrestleMania. And Shane definitely made another shocking announcement that he will be leaving indefinitely as commissioner of SmackDown. So Shane left, but Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were not too pleased. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens took off their anger and frustration at McMahon, putting him through, grabbing a chair and injuring his lyrics, and then dragging him through the stage onto the back, and they powerbombed Shane, leaving Shane breathless and helpless, his respiration breath. So Shane McMahon no longer commissioner of SmackDown. Now you got to wonder with Daniel Bryan what he's going to do next week when he had to reprimand them for attacking Shane. Is that going to lead to a WrestleMania match? You can see Daniel Bryan and Shane against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. That's a dream match right there. I'm telling you right now. Telling you. All right. That is the SmackDown report. When we return, we're going to have hot topics. We're going to have more development story on the why WWE changed the name of the Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. And plus, we're going to have a series of hot topics. Where was Ronda Rousey? Where were her whereabouts from this past Monday? We'll have this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show return here on Connect TV. Back to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix. Thank you all for joining us here on Connect TV for the Pro Wrestling Show. Use the hashtag PWS right here. You won't miss a thing on Twitterland, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube here on the Connect TV channel. And also, folks, we're going to do a Twitch channel. It's coming up soon. The Twitch channel will come in next month. You won't believe it. So thank you all for joining us. All right, let's get to the big. Let's get to. I'm on the take. This ain't the take. Let's get to the hot topics. All right, hot topics this week. Now, many people know that Ronda Rousey, WWE put the schedule saying that she was going to be scheduled to appear on many Raw events leading to WrestleMania. Ronda Rousey missed one show this week. Wasn't around, but you can see right here she was taking pictures with Kurt Angle, prepping their WrestleMania match against Triple H and Stephanie of the Authority. So that's going to be a huge mixed tag match. Plus, Ronda Rousey appeared on the Ellen Show. Man, Ronda doing big things here. You can see that clip right there. Ronda's on Ellen. They're showing Ellen. Might show Ellen a few holes and stuff. But Ronda Rousey getting a little bit accustomed to WWE, but at the same time, she still don't. Many people are saying that she doesn't bring out her essence of her character. She's new, folks. She's new. All right. Now, we told you earlier in the show on the Raw Report that WWE did announce a women's battle royal in honor of the Fabulous Moolah. It's called the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. But after fans outraged and cried over it, the fans won with signing petitions to change the name, and they got what they wanted. Moolah's name has been dropped, and now it's the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, honoring all the women wrestling, including Moolah, but Moolah's just not going to be involved in it after many people are allegedly saying her past and stuff like that. But you know, if someone's like that and been around for so long and you know that name, and now they just like fans voice their opinion. So hey, with Snickers being the official sponsor, they had to pull it. So I understand. Okay. And finally, former TNA star Chase Stevens, you know, of the Naturals, and the son of Jerry the King Law, Brian Christopher, got involved into a Indiana bar during a wrestling show, and man, oh man, they said that Stevenson started first and hit Lawler. Now the bond is set, so Chase Stevens now trying to repeal that name and stuff. That's one thing when you go on bars, you need to know what you're doing. If you're a fighter, you're a fighter. If you ain't, you ain't. You better be ready to go. I mean, ready to go. All right. That ends Hot Topics for this week. Let's move over to the Impact Wrestling Ring Report. On the Impact Wrestling Ring Report, Jimmy Jacobs keeps on challenging, keeps on calling out Biss. With Kong Kong, when Kong Kong wants a Biss. Now, this is the match I've been wanting them to do. You just heard me say in prior episode of Pro Wrestling Show that this match should happen. But this match is going to happen. But the setting of the match is sort of like, okay. Until Father James Mitchell came out and said what Jimmy Jacobs did to entice this match and got this match going. And Biss appeared and Biss clothesline Congo Kong. Now the match will happen. Congo Kong versus Abyss next week. But I feel like you need to build it up because y'all having a pay-per-view coming up. Let them have a regular match. And then you could put the Monsters Ball match at Redemption. But they pay-per-view just sell tickets. It's just what they doing. Just like Impact. Do I need to be running the company? One day I hope so. But it's just like you have a match right there and go with that, and then just do a match, an impromptu match, and say, hey, you know, Kong need to be keeping Tyson and keep agitating Biss until Biss says, I want a Monsters Ball match at the pay-per-view. That's what sells the tickets. That's what gets buys. Come on, folks. Dang. Who running Impact? You know, Don Callis, he's smart, and Scott D'Amore, they're smart, but they're not trying to do like a Vince McMahon would do, like book it at a big event where people will watch. All right, I hope, you know. Eddie Edwards made his return to get retribution after Sami Callihan attacked him with that baseball bat viciously 2 weeks ago. Eddie Edwards looking for revenge and wants Callihan, and he'll get Callihan at their version of WrestleMania, WrestleCon, one-on-one. But Sami Callihan is not going to be Sami Callihan from Impact. He's going to be Jeremiah Crane. And Sami Callihan has been getting a lot of airtime and calling Jim Cornette out, calling everybody out who don't like it because it's vicious and stuff like that. So, hey, Eddie Edwards is a hardcore boy. If he can take a baseball bat to the eye of his tongue. All right. The man who's been making news lately, last week, our brother El Patron made a stop to interrupt Austin Aries' interview that he was scheduled as retaining the world title, and our brother Patron trying to play mind games with him, bringing out meat, and Aries trying to promote his vegan lifestyle book, but El Patron kept on eating the meat and loving the meat, and El Patron poked the bear too much, and we just found out that El Patron would take on Austin Aries for the world championship at their Redemption pay-per-view. I hope El Patron gets the belt. He dressed like a champion. He acts like a champion. He breathes a champion. He carries himself like a champion. So It's just that Austin Harris does not have a contract, so that's likely El Patron is going to get his belt back. The belt that he never lost. Speaking of never lost, Josh Matthews was revealed as Matt Seidel's personal guru. Now, Matt Seidel kept on talking about his guru, and no long behold, it was Josh Matthews. Now, I don't know if Josh Matthews is going to go with this. He's going to be his guru going forward, or what's going on. Well, it's a good look. But you got to wonder, those is a heap of announcers. If I was running Impact, would I want to get a heap of announcers or keep Josh Matthews as a lead heel play-by-play guy? It's been done before. You remember years ago, Michael Cole done it when he was lead announcer and was a heel announcer. So I guess it works to the part. And then what's his name? Josh Matthews was around that time, rubbing off from it. So it could work. Yeah. I don't think it could work. I believe so. I believe so. It could work. Because it'll save money too. And the main event of the evening was, they talked about it earlier in the show, from past Feast for Fires. It was the Feast or Fire match. Now, the concept of the match is, it's sort of like a battle royal, but it's a ladder match as well. You grab the briefcase from 4 remaining poles. You grab it. One could be for a heavyweight championship match, a tag team championship match, an X Division championship match, and the 4th and final briefcase is a pink slip. You're getting a fire slip. So the 4 guys that won was Moose, Eli Drake, Petey Williams, and EC3. Now next week we'll reveal their fates. Will one of those 3 men be fired? We kind of know who got fired, but we don't want to. You know, some folks we may know who got fired, who may not, but they know. You know if you know. But the other 3 will get a world championship match, a tag team championship match, and an X Division championship match. The possibilities are endless. So hey, endless is there. Well, we're gonna end it right there. Thank you all for joining me here on the Pro Wrestling Show this week. Hey, you watch the best when you want to be the best. But we want to thank you, and we'll see you next week here on the Pro Wrestling Show.